powerful person,
Well,
bro.
thank you.
You really
Thank
are.
you. I feel it.
I feel the
It's
energy. I feel the
meaningful to me
energy.
to share it.
I
Thank
feel the
you.
energy right now, for sure.
It takes, yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate being here. We appreciate being here.
I appreciate you guys being here. The most valuable thing anybody can give me is their time. See, that's why the money thing don't matter to me. Yeah, just being present with somebody. That's more powerful than any amount of cash I could put in my pocket. I ain't touching souls with money. Well, except maybe down at the club, but that's different. Oh, that's not souls. That's never mind. He's got rhymes. You know what's funny?
That's funny.
We're live, and I just said that.
We're live?
We're
Oh,
live.
shit.
Let's go. We're live. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Studio 586B. We got Armond. I've got a fancy button here that says do 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 do. Oh, that's not the button. This button. That button. Nope, that button. Yes, that one. Stories. Simon 10Q. Here we are.
What's
Here
up,
we
everybody?
are.
Here we go.
How's it going, brother?
How you doing? Happy to be here. Appreciate y'all for having us.
We appreciate you being here. Don't look at that. You front and center got Rafiki right next to you. Oh, that's power right there. Anyways, Armond.
We're going to
Yes,
start
sir.
off with the first question. Where are you from?
Born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, boss.
Oh shoot.
Oh, what? You good? Oh, that. That thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the air conditioning is loud, but the room is hot.
I think the three of us are all from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
That's true.
I think all three. Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of? Sort of.
Gehenna, age 4.
Well,
I get here
yeah,
eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Columbus.
So what's your first memory?
When you look back, like deep down, like when you go way back. I got memories of like University of Michigan married housing and stuff. My first memories are very much about where, you know what, man, we ran. You could run. And the sandboxes were as big as the friggin' world. I've been back. The sandboxes are not as big as the world. My legs were shorter at the time. It ends up that I can remember trying to get across those sandboxes so I didn't pee my pants. And I am telling you, those sandboxes were huge. I was embarrassed for my bladder when I came back later as an adult to realize it wasn't a very big sandbox, but I'm telling you, I didn't make it all the way across every day. What do you remember being a little guy?
Well, first I want to give a shout out to my beautiful fiance Mercedes. She's here with us in the studio. I want to give a shout out to Ross and Matt also for having me.
Thank you, brother. We're
Appreciate
glad
it.
to have you. We're glad to have Mercedes.
Glad to
Thank
have
you
you.
for coming.
Yes. So my first memory I would say would be probably about, I don't remember how old I was, but I would say in elementary school we used to play football. We used to play tag football with my principal. He was a principal. He had this green football underneath his desk, like in the office, underneath the desk.
He had a
He
green
would have this
football.
green football, like a little Nerf football.
Right?
Right.
And he would come out. He would be quarterback for both teams during recess. And I remember just catching interceptions, scoring touchdowns. I remember playing in a suit. We went on a field trip. I had a
Right.
suit on. Came back from recess and caught some interceptions. Took it to the house. Like
He knew how to keep kids out of trouble.
I did. And
He had a magic ball with him. He knew that he could. Wow,
Second Avenue Elementary on second and Summit. Yep.
that's powerful. I'm always amazed by the teachers and stuff that touched us along. The things that.
I still remember my favorite play that my teacher came up with. He what do you call it? Everybody would run to the end zone, and then what do you call it? He would just pass me the ball, and I just got to run through everybody. It was my favorite play. I was so small, they just didn't expect it at all. They didn't think he was going to throw me the ball. Like,
Hey, the smallest people got heart, grit,
Yeah.
fight.
Right?
My mom used to always say it's not the size of the dog. Well, I used to actually, myself. I used to always tell my mom it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight. Because I remember going to New Orleans with her it was about 2012. I remember being in New Orleans with her. We were on Bourbon Street, and it was drunk people.
Yeah.
And I was probably about 15, 14. I remember there was this drunk dude, and I was just standing right next to my mom, like, if he tries something. And I was
Right.
young.
But you had a
She was
sense
like, "What are
of
you
it.
gonna do?" And I'm like,
That's-
"Mom, it's not the size of the dog; it's the size of the fight. Like, I will protect you."
That's the second
That's
time today.
meaningful. Yeah.
Last guy that was telling this story was in Nigeria, standing up for his sister, wasn't it?
Yeah, he said. I think he was like.
Or was it Calvin
he
last
was
night?
young. No. No, it was Calvin.
It was Calvin. It was Atlanta.
It was Calvin.
But it was
Yeah.
you see people that feel a desire to protect. They're caregivers. They're people that see. They're right there. Nope, I'm here.
Right.
I ain't scared about what size I am.
Right.
Burr, bulldog puppy. New puppies upstairs. Bulldog and boxer mix.
Right. They're adorable, by the way, too.
They think
I was
that-
like, Mercedes, you see them? They were sleeping. They were taking a nap.
Right?
They're beautiful. Yeah.
They're purebred bulldog and purebred boxer. Not. It just happens to be who all got together. But I guess they had papers on the parents, just not the right ones to go with each other.
I love bulldogs.
I love bulldogs.
I do too.
And I love boxers. They're both like real. They care. We used to have a boxer that would check on my grandson when he was growing up. You knew that if you were out back, you didn't have to pay any attention to the baby, because the second there was a noise, she'd be at the back door telling you. You just knew. So the combination for me, I'm excited. New
It's okay. It is
new
exciting. It's
babies.
exciting. Life's exciting. So, like I said, I feel your energy, bro. I like it.
I've never
I
been
feel
in
the
this
vibe.
moment before, man.
I like it.
I know, it hits me every so often. It's like I try to remember, hit each day like you were just born, because
Fresh and new.
you've never been here before.
Right. It's a new day we've never experienced.
You don't know where it's really going, but if you keep your eyes open, you might catch stuff you ain't never seen before.
Right.
You know, it's a good day whether or not you notice.
Right.
It's on you.
Right.
Got look. It
Powerful.
messes with me some days, but I try to remember.
Powerful. It's powerful.
How do you work?
How do I work? What do you mean, like?
However you
How
take
do
the
you work?
question. How do you?
No.
Okay. I'll give you the question.
Give you an example.
Okay.
How do I work?
The way that I work, I would say that work is things that I find necessary to do. Not things that I want to do or that I care to do, but things that I find necessary. So, like, for example, I have to do uploads. I always bring up
You always
uploads
bring
because
up
I hate uploads. But I have to make sure that I
Thought
upload
it
the
was free room
episodes.
and
I have to make
board.
sure that I upload the episodes to YouTube and Spotify, because otherwise we don't really have a way to actually do what we do. You know, like, I gotta do that. That's it. It's something that I have to work on.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I would say I work the same way. Like I'm very like structured. Like you said. Like if things don't get done, like somebody has to do something. You know what I mean? Somebody has to get the work done. Like
So I got Ross.
right. And you two are a great team. You two are a great team.
I
You're a
do
great
actually
team.
do some work. It's been a running joke lately. That's one of the most common questions Ross has asked. What exactly does Matt do?
He's the charisma. I can't talk to people the same way he can talk to people. Like,
Hey,
I'd like to believe I do other
I
stuff.
can talk to people, but I can't. I don't know.
hey, you don't like. Hey, your
absolutely.
strengths,
Yeah,
your
it's
strengths and weaknesses.
It's yeah.
Like I always say, I was just talking to somebody about this. Like everybody wants to be Michael Jordan, but what about Scotty? What about Rodman?
Right.
What about Kerr? What about
So who wants to be
Paxton?
Rodman?
What about?
Other than the North
But I mean, everybody knows their role and their excitement though.
Oh,
You don't see
absolutely.
Rodman trying to. You know,
You have
he'll
to
get
play
he'll
as
get
a
the
team.
bucket. He'll get the bucket if it's there, but he's rebounding. He's defense. You know what I
That's
mean?
what made that team too.
It's teamwork. They still get the championships. They still get the rings. They
yeah.
still get the parade. They still get the fans. Rodman still got to do what he wanted, leaving on the weekends, going to Las Vegas and stuff and all that. The last documentary, The Last Dance.
The
Like,
funniest thing was MJ stood up for him all the way through those years too, because he would be like, he didn't want to show up for practice.
he'd tell Phil
And
Jackson, like, let
He'd
him
be
go.
like, well,
like,
but Jordan was like, no, I need him. And he would do this. He was obsessed with his thing while he was playing hard. God, we're gonna get off on some polls for a minute. Sorry, my brother was living up in Chicago at the time.
Okay.
So this
So
one will hit me. But Rodman had this thing about keeping his pulse at the same rate all the way through a game. So then during the half, he'd get on a treadmill to maintain. Dude was wacky in the head.
yeah, Rodman is,
But amazing.
but it
And
works.
that's such a great example, because we talk sometimes about NBA. What I find is a lot more showboats than there used to be. The teams don't feel as
authentic, organic.
authentic.
I would say that.
Yeah.
I would say that one team that really like got that from me is the Warriors.
Okay. Yeah.
And more so a couple years ago, but like their teamwork is really like, it's something about the way that they teach their team player, like their players over there is like they work together really really well. They have a system and they know that it works, so they use it.
Right.
And
They're like the Bulls. They're similar to the Bulls. They're either drafted to the team or they're, you know what I mean? They built it from the ground up.
Yeah, there's something about growing a team.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll see the big money teams in all of the sports go chasing and chasing and chasing. And don't get me wrong, and then you'll see them every year at the end too, at some level, because they're buying.
Right.
You know, oh, yep, I got that talent. You know.
Right. Like you might have some superstars, but what about your bench?
Man,
God,
Like
I
you're
would
giving
love-
up.
I would love that money on a bench.
give-
Wouldn't you love to
boss.
just ride that wood? Never even see a minute. I just
Dude.
sit,
Man, what? Be in
Yes.
practice.
I would
be in
love to
practice.
be, I would love to be a reserve player. I would
Man,
love to
what?
be a reserve player.
You talking
That's
about
what I want.
practice?
check your
Practice.
$500,000, a year. Or
Man,
whatever.
what?
Oh,
I would be
underpaid.
chilling.
Oh, it's awful. I'm just down
You get
here
the
on
publicity, you
bench.
get the media, you just get to chill.
Maybe steal a shirt from the other guys.
Bruh,
I'll make some
you
money
get
on
the
it.
clown.
You get the girls. You could just
Bruh.
say that I'm on
You're
an
not
NBA
supposed to
team.
stay
For
in
You
real.
just hey, I'm
For
on an
real.
NBA team. That's all I need to say for
Like
real.
you can really, man, you famous.
I'm here to tell
Yeah.
you.
You
all
could get anybody you wanted for real.
You're all superstars already. You just don't know it.
Hey, that's real. Yes, sir.
Ain't no difference between riding that couch or riding that bench.
Hey, yes, sir.
That in the end, except the pay. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
By the way, don't
Yeah.
hold me to this last part, but except the pay. Ain't no money in it.
Right.
We have talked about I am not for profit.
Right.
The only part of that I've perfected yet
Is the nonprofit.
is the not for profit
Yeah.
part.
Right.
I got that down hard now.
Hey, but your time's coming though.
It'll happen.
Your time's
Yeah,
coming.
it'll happen.
I
when it
honestly
happens.
believe that in a meaningful
Your
way,
time's coming.
or something will happen.
And then also, like you said about the money, like you're sowing seeds. You're sowing seeds.
It's all that matters.
Think about Martin Luther King Jr. Like we're still talking about him 50 years after his death. He has a holiday named after him.
Right?
So don't.
He was
God,
not
can we
a
have
rich
one called
man.
like Hayes Day with the Z and like everybody smokes weed or something?
So don't think that you're not seeing like,
I agree.
and with the technology and with the internet, people see you. The platform is there.
Right?
The software is there to reach millions and
feel
billions
that.
of people.
We have our hands on every continent but Antarctica at this point.
Exactly. So
Just
so
don't-
you're
I'm gonna
already
get
you're
there,
already
though.
global. You're already global.
Yeah.
So don't worry about who's not listening. Somebody's listening.
Well, because the funny thing is, what really ends up mattering the most to me is, so like the other day, a zookeeper from UAE got a hold of me. We just were randomly talking about what he was doing in the United Arab Emirates. You know, he's from Jakarta. He's there with his family. Been there about 5 years. Talking to me about the animals at Dubai Safari Park. And then, you know, the next day I'll be talking to my buddy in Japan. Or, you know what, I ended up...
You talking Japanese or
God-
translate?
God bless Google Translate. My buddy can read what I say, but I'm telling you right now, I'm pushing a button. But he says deep stuff. And it sounds kind of like Yoda when you translate it. I'm sure it doesn't in Japanese, but Google Translate sounds like Yoda. Not in my head. I hear Yoda. But anyways, he looks, Takeshi's an amazing guy. Or we just got off the phone with Nigeria, or, you know, there's a kid in England that's doing music that we're talking to, or I've ended up working with there's a bunch of guys that are big into men's work and trying to give a space for men to understand each other, to feel some of that weight of being a man.
Right.
That the reality is, yeah, we feel more, it's a difference in how we feel we can express ourselves, how we feel responsibility, and so I get these moments that all I could care about is being present with those people, being present with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Being present with you too.
I have this, I go to these classes in Vietnam every 2 weeks.
Like online, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I fly. I know money,
I'm
but
about to say.
great wings.
Hey. I'm about to say, like, you going to Vietnam? Yeah, you are.
Obviously, yeah, Zoom. And it's a class on Buddhism because I don't know any of the words. My feelings are more about things I've experienced than about some particular group. So I have the right words to be able to talk to people by going to this class. But my beautiful friend Violet Tran, always says over and over again, meditation is non-distraction.
That's what I need to get better at.
It doesn't, but here's the secret. It doesn't mean you're sitting there like this. That's a good practice. Setting aside 20 minutes for space like that, setting aside an hour for space like that is great. But more importantly, are you here right now?
Are you in this present moment? Yeah.
That's meditation.
Right.
You're meditating right now.
Right.
You're in the room.
Right.
You know, you can feel it.
Right.
That's powerful. Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Vietnamese monk during the Vietnam War, who worked with MLK, who came over, they discussed their outlook and why people were being sent to somewhere where the people didn't look like each other to kill each other. They agreed. They didn't think that was a good idea. But he said the most valuable thing a human being can give another is compassionate listening. Just hearing somebody.
Like they say, that's why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right?
Yeah.
I was just telling Mercedes that the other day. Like, we have to do a better job of
My
listening.
girl said the ears were for steering, and I don't know. I heard a different theory. So, obviously, I'm silly and I play.
I like that.
How do you play?
What do you mean, how do I play? How do I...
Welcome to the Rorschach test of questions. The reality is, the whole point of the questions, man, they're wide open.
I see.
In the end, there's room for you to drive, figure out what you mean, you know, what it means to you. That when I think of how do I play, I think I'm not good at scheduling it for me. I wish I was. I have trouble not feeling guilty if I'm doing something just for my own self. I can schedule specific time with the 9-year-old or time at the park with my mom to go walk. That in my head, that's about as close as I get a lot of days. But to lose myself in a moment with a child that's lost in a bowl of ice cream, or remembering that the other day we're at the pet store and it's pouring friggin' rain and everybody's running like crazy, and I don't run in the rain, I just walk. It was a thing. I was a teenager and very emo, and watch me, I just walk in the rain. Well, I still do. We get out there and it's one of those days where the drain, there's about a foot of water all the way around it, spinning down in it. And he's like, can I? And I'm like, I leaned back on the car, and as I do, lit another cigarette and sat out in the rain and watched him do laps in the puddles. He was in heaven. Man, you got to remember to jump into muddy puddles. If you don't jump into muddy puddles, you
Are
missed
you
out.
even? Yeah, like.
So how do you play?
How do you play?
Where do you make space for you to be you?
Where do I make space for me to be me? That's a good question. I'm busy a lot, so I really, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say I really made space.
Do you make time to play?
I used to play video games. I mean, I still do from here to there, but I've been focused on just, just building. But I definitely need to make time for myself and make time to play, like you said.
An hour a day. That out of 24, you matter that much.
Right.
I'm no good. By the way, I'm absolutely no fucking good at it.
Or reading.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Man, I can't remember the last time I curled up with a nice book. That was I really need to get back into reading, because it's
reading is powerful. Like
yeah.
People, like you said, you talking about the podcast. People sharing their stories. That's the same thing a book is.
What
People
I
sharing
love
their
about
stories.
artists, and whether it's authors, musicians, sculptors, painters, I became obsessed with the idea that I couldn't trust my own perspective. That everything science taught me tells me my perspective will lie to me to keep my brain happy. I'll see what fits so that I don't get cognitive dissonance. That's the way our brains are made. It's set up that way. Things you remember may not even be true. Facts. This is just what science has taught us. So at the moment I go, the thing that I can't trust at all for trying to figure out this universe, that is the only thing I know, which is my way of seeing it, I became obsessed with seeing it through other people's eyes. That maybe it was all of the perspectives coming together. That with artists, they're already there. They're already showing me. They're already going, here's my perspective. As far as I'm concerned, if you're watching a movie, if you're watching TV, if you're listening to music, part of what you're hearing, part of what you're seeing is the perspective of those people.
Of course, definitely.
You know, and even the silly movies, you know, that,
Right.
or go back in anything by Robin Williams or Bill Murray.
There's a story to be told in everything. Everything.
Everything's got.
Even the movies. The
Everything's got
movies
a
there,
story.
you got. If you read between the lines, there's like when you're directing a movie, like there has to be a plot line, there has to be a storyline,
Well,
there has to
and
be something for them to go off of. So
There
everything,
has to be some gut bit of heart that is that director, those actors, those lighting guys putting their perspective
Right.
on the world
right,
back to me.
right.
And so, whether I'm asking questions that how people view the world, it ends up isn't as different as you think it is. You're kind of sure you'll get people in here for these 10 questions and go a million places. Everybody about our age says, yeah, you're right, I should probably make some time to play.
Definitely so. Definitely so. Well, I mean, life gets us so busy with just it's like you're on a hamster wheel, like
Yeah.
Run in a circle to make a life till you don't have one.
Right, like somebody said, I was just watching a Facebook video the other day, and it said, how can you work 40 years for a job and still be broke? Like
Broken spirit.
right, like the workers, they what's the word? They're the MVPs. Like
They are.
they're the ones on the ground. They're the ones
They're
really
the ones
doing
doing the actual
the
work.
grit work, and they're compensated so little. Like
Well, I don't think, and this is global, this isn't just the U.S. When you look at any society, you can pick any government. No, I'm talking us, species. The way we measure success is by how much we can take from each other.
that's deep.
That's not sustainable.
That's deep.
It's not how you measure success at all,
That's real deep. I feel that.
right?
There's no unity. Another video I was watching, was it the Amish? The Amish people, they really, the whole community, they built the barn in one day.
Yeah.
All of them together.
Do I get to talk about Amish tech?
Like,
Yeah, go
Do
ahead.
you want me to talk about Amish tech?
so
my whole
it's
theory.
just like, just sticking together, really not caring about the outcome. Not really caring about like, I'm gonna get this, you're gonna get this. Just
A community working together. We finally have the technology and the ability to live like the Amish, but have all the technology we want. We can walk away from a bad system. But I got to infect it. It's one thing I learned from the pandemic was I can't tell people what to do. I can't try and go here and here and here and here. No, ain't nobody listening to that. You can't even go, oh, follow me. You got to infect them. Got to be a pandemic. Got to think like a virus. Give me an hour, I'll get in your head. It was a real thing I realized, though. Not like as a real let me infect people. Okay, maybe. But that how do you make it so people go, hey, that looks, maybe that's a better way to do it.
impact.
Yeah, I just want to go do that. Not because anybody said it, but because I see those guys over there. And they look like they're having more fun. And that's why I turned into a dolphin one day.
What the?
How do you pray, brother?
How do I pray?
Sure. What's that mean to you? For me, I've already admitted, I'm not a very traditional
Right.
guy. But at the same time, I believe I see the divinity in all living things. We were talking together with an amazing friend, Calvin, that was talking about the idea that music is his form of prayer. And it was in that moment, like an epiphany. I know. That word just keeps popping up if I'm going to try and write a book. Well, no, I'm Breakfast Epiphanies. Is a book I'm working on. But like an epiphany had hit me. This is my prayer. This thing I'm doing right now with you,
I can feel that.
this is my prayer.
I can feel that.
I believe we are all connected. I am not connecting the world. I'm just going, hey, let's brush this dirt off. Look.
We're all pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah. We're all in this. At what point outside of so if you take your body, at what point is there a small enough piece that it's not Armand? It's all Armand, right? All the way down to the cell?
Right.
Are you in the universe or out of the universe?
I'm in the universe.
You universe, baby.
Right.
if your cells are Armand, and you are here, and we are universe. You,
Right.
me, she, the fish, the dog, the birds in the trees. I don't know, the Hulk
Right.
mask. But so how do you pray? How do you find your
how do
center
I
like that?
pray? I just talk to God and just ask Him for forgiveness of sins and just ask Him to keep me, protect my family, my loved ones, and people I even don't know. I pray for people I don't know. I really believe in that.
I believe in that.
So
I believe in that.
anytime I see like a car broke down or anything on the side of the road, I always say prayers because I've been in that position before. So
That's so powerful. So many people, like, if you access where you've been and see it in other people, with the yogis and the Hindus and everybody's about the namaste. Everybody's into yoga and namaste means my soul sees your soul. You know, and I see that we are one, or that I see you, you see me, happy hippie. But I have a different version, and what you said just resonates with me. Namastained. The deep scars and wounds on my soul sees the deep scars and wounds on yours and knows that the struggle is universal.
right,
I honor that struggle in you.
Right.
Because I know struggle. Does that mean I know your struggle?
right.
I don't have to know your struggle to know. I'll tell you the one that blows them. Bill and Melinda Gates. Richest
Bill
people
Gates,
on the planet.
Microsoft.
Right. But
Okay,
they got
yeah.
divorced.
Did they? I
They
didn't
ain't
know about
happy.
Yeah, they got
fell
divorced.
apart.
Jeff Bezos got divorced.
Oh, yeah, I heard about Jeff. I
Elon
heard about
Musk
Jeff.
got
Okay,
divorced. Like,
Elon and Jeff, you kind of saw that coming. They're, anyways.
yeah.
that. Hey, the wives is, whoo, they rich though.
Angie and Brad.
Jolie.
And Brad Pitt.
I remember that
The
movie.
most beautiful people on the planet couldn't make it work, but you were sure if you were prettier it was going to work. The richest people on the planet couldn't make it work, but you were sure if you just had more money, it'd be easy street. Yay and Kay. News need anyway. We won't go down the Kardashian rabbit hole, but we all think if we just had that other piece.
Right.
It's a lie. All the
Right.
pieces are in you.
That's real.
You got all the cards, but setting 52 in the right order is hard.
Wow. I like that. I like that.
What do you love?
What do I love? I say I love myself. I love others, and just being compassionate for individuals.
Mm.
I'm kind of like you in a way where you're talking about like how like money's not important to you. Like money's important to me for the sake of helping other people and blessing
yeah.
and touching lives. It's
I
not
understand that.
like it's a tool. You know what I mean? It's not the most important thing to you, but everything what doesn't operate with money. You know what I'm saying?
I wrote in a
So-
book somewhere, I said, if you really hate this obsession with money, the hardest part to get over is going to be how much money it takes to get anybody to listen to you. It's true, though.
Right.
So, and that's why in my head, it isn't that we don't need things. It's that I want it to go there. See, in my head, I point out, that's the reason I pointed.
You want it to go into something that's going to be beneficial to your soul and your heart and
I
your
dream
mission.
about Ross's dream. That we talk about the idea he'd love to buy
I want to
his
make
grandma's house.
I want to make so much money
That-
that I don't have to worry about money anymore, and I could just give it out.
Yes,
I could
sir.
just-
Yes, sir.
I could just get rid of this.
Yes,
shit.
sir.
Like,
One of the richest people. I forgot who it was. I think it's Warren Buffett. His wife, her job is just figure
Give it
out
away.
how to give it away,
Give it away.
and that would be awesome
It is funny
to
though.
really bless
Bill
people.
Gates is who convinced Buffett that was the right thing to do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bill was all about how no, you got to give it away. And he would go around to other billionaires going, no, you don't understand. You got to give it away.
Right. There's no better fulfillment than that. Because a lot of people put so much pressure on money and you know what I mean? People losing their house, people Christmas time, the holidays, people can't buy food for their family. Like I just want to be able to go into Walmart or Kroger's and just everybody's food is on me. Everybody. Just
Alright.
I
you know
love
what I mean? Just
bringing
being a
people
blessing.
over
Being
to
a blessing.
eat. I love feeding people.
Me too. Me too.
You know what? My pit ain't set up. I love smoking meat. I love all of that. I don't eat any anymore.
I don't eat. I just stopped eating meat myself like a week ago. So
I'm telling you, a little over a year ago, I was sitting down to a piece of filet mignon and I lost the taste. I'm not even kidding, man. $22 a pound meat sitting in front of me. Yeah, it's so special. It was a nice. It was a beautiful thing.
it was wrapped in everything, wasn't it?
You know what? She cooks them perfect with just a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper in the pan. Does it the Gordon Ramsay way. You do it a couple times on the top, and then you finish in the and just falls apart.
Mm.
But I took the first bite and I was like,
This isn't it, huh?
I took the second bite and I was just like, it's never. I'm not attached to it philosophically. As far as I'm concerned,
A lot of people are though.
they are.
Definitely.
But meanwhile, I go talk to the old Buddhist guru guys, and they're at the point of going, no, people wear that like a badge. It's not meaningful. You're an omnivore. You know what? In my mind, what it is if it feels wrong, you shouldn't do it. So if you feel bad for eating meat,
Don't do it.
if, don't
Right.
make that the line is the most meaningful thing in your life about whether or not you're connecting with other people.
Right.
I don't feel bad about it yet, so I'm gonna keep eating meat. But, you know,
Now,
Hey, that's true. That's true though. That's your truth. You gotta respect it.
rice and beans. I'll be honest.
Cause some people, you know what I mean. Everybody's different. Some people like meat. Some people don't. You know. Some people are vegetarian. Some people are vegan.
Dalai Lama
right?
eats meat.
I'm not gonna hate on somebody just
Fun-
because they don't eat meat.
Right.
Fun fact: Dalai Lama, head of the whole Tibetan Buddhist thing, the whole not supposed to eat meat thing, has a note from his doctor that he needs the protein, so he has bacon and eggs. But so that what's meaningful isn't finding lines to go, oh, see me, I'm special.
Right.
It's doing what it's following. It's finding yourself. It's looking in and going, oh, that's the right thing for me, and with compassion towards everybody else.
Right.
I definitely believe in self work for sure.
You're full of love, brother. I can feel it. That when you talk to people, you begin to realize that we all mean well. It's hard to deal with because you'll run into people like, oh, those sons of bitches. In their head, they were trying to do the right thing.
Right. But it
Not
doesn't
saying-
always come out the right way.
I
Yes, sir.
can't see through their eyes.
Yes, sir.
For some reason, something in their life is causing them to react like this. May have nothing to do with me.
Right.
Man, I went straight across that mic, made all kinds of noise, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did. My heart died a little bit when you did that. It's okay.
Is that what you fear?
That might be what I fear. What do you fear?
What do I fear? Again, it goes back to just leaving an impact. Like I don't fear. I mean, I kind of do. I kind of do fear like death and like what happens after. You know what I mean?
What's
Those last
left?
moments, those
Right.
final moments where you just take your last breath and then what happens after that. But I want to leave a legacy. I don't know, like the fear of not knowing how long I have on the earth. It drives me to
It
just
spurs.
I gotta leave a legacy for my children, for my grandchildren, for my Lord willing, if that happens, if it's in the cards. But just for other people, just leave a legacy, be remembered. Like MLK, just be remembered.
I'm okay with if they never know my name. If the ripples somehow make the changes, and nobody ever saw me, that I got to the point where the part that matters the most to me is a part I know I'll never see anyways. As far as timing, I'll be gone.
Right.
I'll leave.
Right.
You know what? I don't have another couple hundred years on me to check to see
Right.
what the long. It's for me that my famous statement is: it's not the ducats I stack, it's the ripples I leave.
Right.
It's hard sometimes.
None of us will never know. Like
It's
the
one of my
really
biggest
true
fears is
impact.
running out of time.
I fear.
Me too.
Yeah.
I promise you. Me too. Like
I've-
it gives me chills. Like me too.
I feel it.
Me too.
I'm literally over here going, yeah, man. This is one of those spots where I go,
Like I be sitting in bed like, damn, like I'm really gonna die one day. Like literally, one day I literally won't be here. Like
see, I got to remind myself 24/7. How many skeletons are in this room? Like 20? I don't know. Every Halloween, I steal another one from the decoration. They'll go out and buy a few skeletons. I'll be like, oh, that one's kind of chill. I'll bring that one down. That's how we got the sugar one. You know, that one of the big pirate flag is actually a flag that I got from my grandson back in the day. More skulls.
and it's not so much about the name. My name is more about the impact and just getting
get
people to
you.
believe that it's
There
anything is
isn't a bad
possible.
answer. Please don't ever feel. No, I've always had trouble. I deal with anxiety and social anxiety. Can you tell I'm a Gemini? on both sides of it, man. I'm like, bow, 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 bow.
You sound like my fiance right now. Definitely.
Right? I want to be out there. I love the way it feels when I'm out there. Okay, can I please go hide?
That's like an introvert. I was just that's an introvert type.
But at the same time.
But there's a lot of
I am as
yeah.
You take me out in public and I'm the guy talking to every single person.
I pull him away from people.
So are you? You're introvert and extrovert?
I'm all of it. I actually also have all the different hair colors in my hair. Oh, who could be calling now? Not anybody. I forgot to turn off the record. It was me today. It's always me anymore, man. I busted you a couple times, and now it's always. He's like, oh no, maybe.
Let me turn that off real quick.
Oh yeah, let me check.
And I've had to learn. One of the big conversations with my mom was how to hold myself in a little bit. That one of the things you have to learn in massage school, because you're literally working with people's energies, is you got to learn how to cut it off here. Here. Somewhere. So that it's overwhelming. I will spend time with a bunch of people and I will be ready to just
Yeah.
But I love it.
Because you need that time to recharge.
Yeah,
you have
no,
to recharge
absolutely.
your batteries. You have to.
Well, I'm getting better at allowing. I've always been really good at putting my energy out.
Me too.
I've always been really bad at receiving, taking compliments, allowing people to give back. If that makes, I have always had trouble completing the circle. I can see with amazement every living thing I come across. I see the divinity. I see the universe right up until the mirror. And that's the one place I have trouble finding it. But for me, it's become my superpower. It keeps me humble. I know that any day the anxiety can, I've got things ticking in my head, making sure, asking me if I'm an imposter, asking if I'm, dear Lord, why would people listen to this crap?
We all have that self-doubt in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
We all have it. You know,
I've
wondering
harnessed
if you're
it
good
is my
enough,
goal.
wondering if you're, whatever. We all have that.
What do you do with it though?
But the way that you know people, like the outside people, the same people that you connect with, those are the people that are giving you the answers. Those are the people that are going to validate you. You may feel that you're not worthy or you're not enough.
Look at
You saying exactly what I be telling this man all the time.
We were joking
It's the
about it
vibes. It's
today.
the vibes.
Yeah.
Like how you and Ross met. It's all the vibes.
But the reality is, as many times as everybody says all of that, all it takes is one person validating that back thought, and you're
And you're immediately like, you're focused. Like,
that's right, I'm an asshole. But for me, I try to think of it as, feature versus fault. All of those pieces. You see the people that don't have a little bit of that. They're kind of dicky. But to have it's good to have some of that questioning. It's a feature. It's not a fault. It keeps you from being.
Our brains are safety mechanisms.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
They're designed to make you not do anything risky. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
see things that'll scare you.
The brain doesn't like change
It doesn't.
in general.
It doesn't.
Just positive change, negative change, all change is viewed to the brain as bad.
Right.
But it could be the most positive thing for you. So that nervous feeling that you get before you want to do something that you have to do, that nervous feeling is your brain trying to tell you that this is a change, not trying to tell you that this is something bad or this is something good. It's just trying to tell you, hey, something's changing.
Isn't it that
That's real. I respect that.
Nervous and excited
Hey.
dropping the same drugs in your body?
Yeah, it's the
just
same
in how
exact
you're reading
feeling.
the signal.
If you really pay attention to it, nerves and excitement are the exact same thing.
Right.
Like your heart starts racing, your palms get a little sweaty.
Oh, I'm excited.
We're actually about to get married in August, and I feel like when you said nervous and excitement at the same time, I feel that. Like I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that right now.
Man, it's what we
Right.
can all connect on. It's like, you know what? I think I feel human. Do you feel human? I feel human. Human.
I feel like I bleed. I think
Humans
maybe,
be out humaning though, and they driving me crazy. Truth. So what do you think you know?
Honestly, we only know what we've been taught, our environment, what we've been
Mm.
exposed to. There's so much world out there and so many. It's just we know what we know. But like you said,
In
there's
your
an infinite
universe.
there's an
Yeah.
infinite amount of other things out there that you don't know.
The most you can know, like,
Right.
it's
It's
funny.
like
The
The
smartest
most
dude,
you can know
the
is the
smartest dude you
tiniest
know
bit of
knows
it.
this,
Yeah.
and I can't get my fingers close enough together to show you.
Right.
There's still some atoms between there that make it too wide.
Right. So if you want to learn, if you want to know more and learn more, you just gotta. It's everything's out there. You just gotta get out there and find it.
Mm.
All the resources, everything.
We
Because
we've
oh,
talked.
sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no,
but
go ahead,
because
go ahead,
it's been proven. You know what I mean? Like I look at rich people like, why can't I do the same?
It's true.
It's proven.
It is.
So it's possible. So you just have to believe it and take the right actions.
Well, the hardest part for me is I'm a little older these days. I can look back on the parts where it in my head was really bad, or I was paying a price for this lesson, or whatever. And now I realize, you ever get that moment where you're like, oh, am I on my path? You're on your path.
I
You
get that
can't
from
be
all the time.
anywhere else.
I get that all the time.
You know what I mean? There's nowhere else to be than where you are.
Right now.
And the weird thing is, every day we try and define, oh, was this a good day or was this a bad day? But speaking of proven, you look back historically and try to evaluate the days and what they led to, you'll find you can't define the value of a day.
Wow. Wow. Explain that.
You don't know yet. We shall see. That, oh my God, this was a great day. You know, this all happened and
Dude,
da-da-da-da-da.
we should tell them the flood story. So, okay, so look. We had an awesome day, right? And we were feeling really good about ourselves. We patting ourselves on the back and shit. We just did a show. We was feeling good about the show. We was putting on a good movie. We was watching a movie. It was so entertaining. And
we
then
were filling the pond.
literally he was filling the pond. I walk off the carpet into water.
He's sitting right there in that chair. He turns around and walks and goes splash.
Right there is water. Like everything over there from the pond over is filled with water on the floor.
It flooded.
We flooded the basement.
I was too busy patting myself on the back.
We was
He's
too-
patting himself on the back.
We was
Water-
too
where's the
busy
water
feeling
coming from?
good.
It was
We were
upstairs.
filling the pond.
It was
We were
coming.
filling
Oh,
we
you
were
were
filling
filling
up
it
the
in
pond.
your
Yeah.
and you left it running and then okay.
The
I got
whole thing filled with water.
I got you.
Yeah.
Don't get so caught up
In the good
thinking you're that
Exactly.
that is good and you'll miss stuff because you're so proud.
It's good to have it for a moment, but you got you know what I
Well,
mean?
Let yourself feel it, but you
Right.
You gotta pay
the funny
attention.
thing is, we laughed our asses off. The grandson came down. We had a great time cleaning up water that day.
Yeah.
And the next day we did a show called Flood.
Right.
And we
Yeah.
talked about how somehow we got into that space
Right.
where usually you would have been cussing up a storm. You
Yeah.
just flooded the friggin' basement.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm as human as every other person. Please understand that I have also flooded the basement and screamed. there are opposing experiences here, but we were able.
We
to
were
go,
able to
"Wait a
like
minute."
feel good about
Yeah, it was
the
an
day,
opportunity.
even though like we did something that really sucked.
We learned stuff in the water.
And that's the thing. That's what they say. There's good in every situation, no matter what it is. You just have to find it. You just have to look for it. Many times people look at the negatives in situations first, but there's a positive too. There's
Yeah.
two sides to a coin. There's always two
Yeah.
sides to a coin.
That-
So as easy as you look at the negative side, what's the positive?
Where that every day you're paying for lessons.
I swear,
You might as well learn how to play piano.
that's real.
That so much of the time we're so busy complaining about the fact that every day we're in school, because that's all this has ever been. We were always learning every day,
Like they say, never stop learning.
right? That we get pissed about the classes that were really hard, those crappy parts of our life. But man, those are the places we learn the most. That's where we learn compassion for
Promise
other
you.
people,
Promise you.
right?
The only way you learn is through making mistakes, bad decisions. That's how you really, when you really look inner do the inner work and really look in the inside, you learn.
The most
That's what
powerful
the
thing
change.
you can do is get stuff wrong. Because if you get something wrong, that means you just learned something.
Right. You know how to do better the next time.
Mhm.
Exactly. If everybody was perfect, then there would be no learning.
It wouldn't be any fun either.
Yeah, it'd be kind of
You know
boring,
what? I mean,
too.
it wouldn't be any. I don't think.
Kind of boring.
I think everybody I don't think there is a perfect in that sense. Everybody's the perfect them if they can let themselves be. You are perfect. But what's perfect about you is your universe. There's all kinds of chaos involved. There's all kinds of. You're not going through any day without a co-creator. And I don't mean that necessarily in the divine sense. I mean that in the sense of, I think of the universe as interchangeable with those words, to be honest. But the idea that you have to the world is going to happen. You don't have control over that part.
My cousin always told me, control what you can control. That's real.
Right?
That's real.
What do you wish you knew?
What do I wish I knew? What do I wish I knew? I would say how my ancestors and how people from historically were treated. Why were they treated that way? And you know what I mean? Why were they not even looked at as human? And not even just my ancestors, just other different races. The Holocaust. Why did
That's
all
true,
those
yeah.
things occur to people that, you know what I mean? Like, just
I'll tell you the one that'll blow your mind that we watched the other day, which was called For Morons.
Oh, it was
Latin history for morons with John Leguizamo.
Oh, is that the dude on YouTube that be?
No, that's John Green.
Okay, you know.
John Leguizamo is an actor, kind of comedian. He does a one-man show where he does the history of the Hispanic people and the largest genocide in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
That when you look at the number of people that lived in North and South America, and that he does it in a funny way, he brings it to you in a way that's powerful. But
it's
those
real,
are stories we needed to. We were joking about, so we watched that, and we love Dave.
I have to watch it. I never seen
Yeah,
it.
it's on Netflix. John Leguizamo. I know it's a lot to say. He'll send you a link. That's
Yeah.
probably not true.
Nah, it's true. I'll do it right now.
That we were talking about. So the other guy we like watched is a guy named Colin Quinn. Colin Quinn does one on
The history of New York.
The history of the
The history of
Constitution.
the Constitution.
those
I
are the
think-
two off the top.
Yeah, I
of my
think
head.
he has two of them.
But it takes you in a way where you're like, they're playing with you, but man, you're getting hit deep with knowledge.
Historically, I
So
always.
we want to get the three: Dave Chappelle, John Leguizamo,
Oh man, Dave Chappelle.
and now I've forgotten his name. What's the other guy's
and
name?
Colin Quinn.
And Colin Quinn to run a History Channel
Oh my
or
God.
start a History.
And then we gotta get John Green to run it.
Yeah, that's right. Then we need John Green to run it. Who's the
John-
guy you're talking about? The one
yeah.
that does all of the.
Little history, little YouTube.
Yeah, on
His
YouTube,
stuff's
yeah.
amazing.
It is,
That's
it
him
is.
and his brother that do
It
all
is.
that.
It is.
Him
Wow.
and Hank.
That's
and Hank.
crazy.
Yeah.
That I think they have more people working for him now. It looks like he's doing pretty good at that. So
Yeah,
I bet there's an office somewhere with some people.
Definitely. The bigger you get, the more you gotta. The bigger you get, the more you have to delegate work to, because you're not gonna. Your brain's not gonna be able to do all that.
Right? Everybody should be doing. Somebody else should be doing all the
It's
other
a job
shit.
for somebody. It's a
Yeah,
job for the cameraman. It's a job for the. It's a job for the lighting. Whatever.
We
I'm
need to
on
be
board with
delegating.
your thoughts.
Yeah.
It doesn't. We dream of the idea of there being more people.
Hey, boss. The one thing I want to say is, dreams to reality. Like, it can become reality for you. Never lose sight of that. Like, the work that you guys are
Believe in
doing.
hope you can't imagine.
Really, the work that you and Ross are doing. Like, it may start off little, but consistency over time, it's gonna grow, and it's gonna be
you know
bigger
what?
than you ever imagined. Mark my
Thank you.
words.
We're
Anybody listening to
we're
this, mark my
35
words. It's
in.
gonna be big.
And as much as I don't believe it some days, wow.
That means a lot to hear you say.
Yeah,
It's true.
Seriously.
It's true.
It
It's
touches
true.
my heart because if this is my prayer, if this is me wanting to be seen and understood, time and again, as much as what I'm really doing is interviewing other people, I see more of me in seeing other people. it makes it make more sense to me.
Right.
I feel connected and not alone.
Right.
That I think we're all, and I'm
Connected.
sure I'm projecting, there's a lot of that feeling alone in the world,
Right. Definitely. Definitely.
you know?
You know,
Coming up.
Go ahead.
Coming up on the last question.
All right.
Why are you here?
Ross is so quiet. Why are you here, brother?
Why I'm here?
Because you invited me. The other common answer is, well, my mom
Why
and
am I here?
dad.
Like, why am I here on Earth, or why am I here? Like here?
That's your
Either
question,
one.
man. The other answer I get is my mom and dad got together 10 months before I got here, or 9 months, or whatever. we get some smart asses in here, but we usually nail them down. So you got where we're going with it. Yeah, why are you here?
I would say I'm here because it's my time and my purpose to be here. You know, everything happens for a reason. Every person was born in that generation for a reason. At that time, like, you know what I mean. Timing is divine, and just I'm here. I'm here with you guys because this is the time that the divine put us together. Like,
Right? It's an amazing thing, and you'll hear me. You see anymore? You'll hear me. Universe, God, divine. I'm the worst for it's all interchangeable to me. I'm so. The words don't matter. The feeling does. We all get trapped on words. We all get trapped on trying to cage stuff down with a definition. You know what?
That's
You're
deep.
this or you're that.
that's deep.
Right.
You know, that's not how. We're not a note. We're a symphony, each and every last one of us. And the coolest is somehow all of them go together if you play
Right.
all at once.
Each generation, each generation just
My generation.
right.
Oh, sorry. And that's my Who reference for the day.
Like I feel like each generation should pick up where the last generation left off. Like it's
Yeah.
our responsibility, it's our duty, it's our obligation. Like
God, don't you have a song with almost those lyrics?
It's our responsibility, our duty, our obligation.
Is it a life lesson? Maybe. Is that where that?
I think we might.
Armand, I'm friggin' amazed, brother. The energy you bring is just so powerful.
I appreciate you guys for having me again. It's a blessing. It really is.
It is. That's the time and again. If my eyes are open, that's all there is.
Cause I really don't like even like talking and like, I don't like. I mean, I like.
I got you.
What's the word? Like, if we were just direct like conversation, like I'm very good at. But like when it comes to like presentation in college, or you know where a lot of people are just staring at me, I'm like, I'm a little nervous and anxious.
Right.
But just
Right.
being in this vibe, like I feel relaxed. I feel, you know, rejuvenated, and just I feel blessed to be here. I really
Well, that
do.
ain't fair. It took us almost 100 episodes to get feeling like that. God, you know, we
And I
must
definitely
been...
want, I definitely want to come back again, and I definitely
We
want
want
to
you
be,
back.
I
We
want
definitely
you
want to be a
back,
part of this
bro.
journey for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We would love to have more conversations about anything, man. Like seriously, if you come up with an idea for a conversation, hit me
You've
up.
made it
'Cause,
through
like,
the gauntlet. If you
Yeah.
have a topic, we'll interview you on it.
And also
Facts.
good vibes and good energy is how our teams are built. Remember, team.
yeah.
You get enough of us with the right energy, with the right passion, with the right movement.
Yeah.
What can
That's how
stop
it
us?
happens.
What can stop us?
Yeah.
Believe in help, you can't imagine. Wow. Armand, Ross. I got that backwards. Ross.
Mercedes like the
You
car.
can't. You know what? I really, genuinely mean it when I say there's no greater gift. I'm not attached to the rest anymore. I could give a crap less. I literally would. I sometimes wish I was inside a temple and could just be the monk that I am. But I know my path is that I don't believe it's meaningful if the only place that you can find that safety is behind doors. I'm out here in the world because if we can't make it out here, then what's the point? This is the greatest temple ever. Look around you. You
Right.
can pick fruit off trees. You know? There's beautiful women in the world. Hey!
Hey! Shout out to my baby. I love you.
Hey! You know what? It's a good life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We get lost in it. But touch my heart, brother.
I could keep going. Hey, I'm telling you, like my energy is like yours. Like I can be, man, be out here all
We
day.
did 24 hours.
Yeah, I do.
Because you're like,
Cause you're energized. Like just connection to other people. Connection to other people just it gives you that.
Gives you that
always
energy
there.
to keep going.
It really does.
the
Right.
trick is just, George Carlin said, if you look,
Who's George Carlin? My
George
bad. I remember.
He was a
Carlin,
comedian.
comedian in the 70s. Seven dirty words was what he was.
We're young. We're a lot younger than you are, Matt.
that
But go ahead, boss. Go ahead.
But he was a comedian that was known for calling out social injustice as well. He didn't put up with the crap. Was known big time atheist. Didn't believe in any of that. And said if you look deep enough in any person's eyes, you will see the universe. And then you could hear everybody saying, no, it's connected. So even the guy that doesn't have, you don't have to have all of that to realize there's something more going on here.
Yeah, we're definitely all connected for sure. We definitely are. I believe that as well.
I do too. I'm going to kill it only because I got to pee.
Okay.
And we're still on, and I said, yeah, I got to pee. I got to pee. Oh, and then the screen's fighting with me. Everything's being difficult. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow. Where's the line?
Thank you, guys.
12:15?
Yes, 12:15
Don Ganja
tomorrow,
and Kai at 2.
which will be our 100th episode.
It will be our 100th episode.
Congratulations,
tomorrow.
you guys. Congrats. You deserve it. You earned it.
You know, do you have anything you want to plug?
Plug.
Like anything you got going on, like
Anything you got going on you want people to know about? Invitations to the wedding? You know what? Any of that?
No, you don't want the numbers getting out of control here.
You've seen that for play price.
You don't want the numbers getting out of control. No, but
we're gonna get married at the Waffle House.
But I wanted to say I have my clothing line right here. It's called We're the Missing Piece. It has the puzzle, which you were talking about the puzzle and being connected. So that's
powerful. Well. One of our greatest joys is no matter how many times we do this, we look up at some point and one of us is grinning our asses off because somebody's given some speech we've given. Right. You connect. You're like, oh, wait a minute. I know what you're saying. I've said that. No matter who we talk to, 35 people in every damn time. Armond, Mercedes, Ross, Matt. Oh, that's me.
And I also have an Italian ice business too.
Ooh,
so
Italian ice.
Come check us out. It's called Flavors of Ice. Taste
like
the
that.
best part of the day.
Where's it at? I mean,
we're all around. We go to different events. We don't have a set location yet.
Okay.
But we just go to different events around the city.
Okay.
Let's make sure we get some tags up for the shirt.
Okay.
For the designs.
Okay.
And yeah, no, all the way around, dude. Synchronicity.
And I also have a
Yep.
What? Oh, I also sell oils too as well.
Essential oils.
Yes. Shout out to Kim's Oils, man. Shout out to Leon. But yeah.
Absolutely.
And Tony too. But yeah, I do a lot of things.
Did you say you had a couple side hustles?
Yes,
Did you say you was hustling?
Like Rick Ross, every day I'm hustling.
Every day I'm hustling.
Every day I'm hustling.
Yes, sir.
Truth. Now if I just cared about money, think about how money we could make.
We can make some money together.
But I'm kind of doing something like how you guys are doing. Like I created an Instagram page called Uplifting Energy.
Oh,
like
really?
that.
Yes. So
Shoot, send me
We are
that.
always looking for additional shows
Yes, sir.
to push out on our platform that aren't even attached to us.
Right.
In the sense of things we believe in.
Right.
That like we want to. I have no problem with the idea that what I want to do is connect people, and I don't care if they have a clue who I am.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
Because here's the crazy thing.
I just followed you, my G.
Yes, sir.
Maybe what happens isn't somebody goes, oh, we're listening to Ross and Matt. We need to make Ross and Matt go. Maybe what happens is somebody we touch, somebody who's moved, somebody that hears a piece of it, somebody that has a friend of 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 a friend.
That's how it happens. That's how.
But I may not even be included in the final thing. If it works, I don't care.
That's the impact.
Yeah.
It's like filming a movie. Like the people behind the scenes, like the work is the work at the end, but the people behind the scenes are the ones that really put it together, but they may not get the credit of it.
You know what? In my head, it's change the world or let the world change you. I'm standing firm until it knocks me down, I guess.
Right.
And then I'll get back up again.
But speaking of that channel, every Sunday I have a shout out Sunday. So I shout out other businesses, people, what city they're from, kind of like what you guys are doing with the questions. I just have 3 questions, like your first and last name, your city, if you want to put that.
You can steal all 10 of them if you want to take it.
Yes.
You
that's
can
what
go
I'm
ask
saying.
him as many questions.
sir.
My 10 questions are not copyrighted. Amazingly enough,
Not
most
yet,
of them
not
are
yet.
under about 3 words. I'll probably put out a book eventually. But as far as I'm concerned, so let's say tomorrow the house burned down, but everybody went out and started asking each other 10 questions. My 10 questions, not because they're mine, but because of what it does to their energy. Because it makes them feel connected.
Yes, sir.
Give me an hour, I'll get in your head.
Yes, sir. But anyways, the first question was your first and last name. The second question was like your business or what you do for a living, and the third question was just share some uplifting and positive energy for the world. So I'm kind of doing the same thing you guys are doing. But I really enjoy this
meaningful.
energy and vibe right here.
Thank you.
That's
I can feel it. Thank you.
Make sure I come back.
But there's not a doubt in my mind.
Shoot.
There is not
I
a
gotta
doubt.
make sure. I gotta make sure I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write myself a reminder. Get Armond back on the pod.
And not even just on the
Armond
pod,
back
just here
on
just
the
here to
pod.
just
There's
here to
come
enjoy.
on.
Because again,
Right.
like the vibes, the energy is really what makes life meaningful.